Coming up on EagleVision News, gas prices are dropping, but car thefts are rising. We've got the stats.
And Disneyland fans can expect big changes to their passes this year. We'll tell you what to expect.
Plus, see Biola's water conservation upgrades. All this and more on EagleVision News. Welcome to EagleVision News. I'm Keri Casey.
And I'm Clarke Finney. Before we get into our top story, we really have something we deserve to brag about.
Yes,
if you haven't heard or seen on Facebook, Biola ranks 31 out of 182 journals and schools. That's pretty freaking cool.
I think that is pretty cool, and we deserve some props.
Definitely. Getting into our top story. Disney has raised the price of their annual pass again, but this time the cost is over $1,000. As a way to control the large amount of park visitors that come during peak season, Disneyland has increased the prices of their tickets more than double the amount of the original cost. The premium annual pass was originally $779. Now the pass has discontinued altogether. The new replacement is the Disney Signature Plus Pass, which starts at $1,049. Current park goers will be able to use their passes until they expire, but they won't have the option to renew.
California is officially the 5th state to legally allow terminally ill patients to end their own lives with doctor-prescribed drugs. Governor Jerry Brown signed the bill into law on Monday after weeks of pressure from groups who both favor and others who oppose the measure. Included in the End of Life Option Act are limits on assisted death to patients predicted to die within 6 months. Required approval from multiple physicians before the life-ending drugs can be prescribed is also included in the legislation. And the controversial Ten Commandments monument on Oklahoma Capitol grounds was removed late on Monday night. The Oklahoma Supreme Court ruled in June that the Christian monument violated constitutional limits on religious use of public property. The 2-ton slab of carved granite was quietly taken down later in the evening to avoid confrontation with protesters. Now it will be transported to a private conservative think tank. This event sparked several state legislators to support a change to the Constitution that would remove limitations on using public money or property for religious purposes.
Governor Jerry Brown signed a new bill Tuesday that will have a direct impact on the wage gap between men and women. The measure was introduced in response to a study by a civil rights group that found women in California working full-time only made 84 cents for every dollar earned by men in 2013. The California Fair Pay Act builds on already existing protections by prohibiting employers from paying any of their employees less than the opposite sex for similar work. The new law, which will be enforced on January 1st of next year, will also allow employees to file complaints if they feel the bill isn't being upheld by their employer.
And Orange County is meeting and exceeding water conservation goals in most cities. Officials released the numbers this week. Cuts up to 36% have been made as part of the statewide mandate. However, some OC cities are slacking on saving. Brea and Fullerton are a couple areas that are way behind by almost 10 percentage points. Water suppliers that repeatedly violate their conservation targets could face fines up to $10,000 a day. And Biola is doing its part in adding to conservation efforts. Reporter Josh Rosen shows how saving water can happen in the bathroom.
I'm Josh Rosen on the streets for EagleVision News. Biola's got some new water faucets. Let's go find out what the students think. Can you tell me a little bit about Biola's new faucets? So have you heard about Biola's new faucets? Can you tell me a little bit about the new Biola faucets?
I haven't noticed any new ones.
No, I don't think so. Like sink faucets?
I actually don't know anything about the new Biola faucets. Oh, the ones that are automatic.
What do you guys think about Biola's new faucets?
They're fantastic.
Yeah, they're much nicer.
Biola has new faucets in the bathroom. Have you heard about them?
Oh God, not again.
They definitely prevent people from wasting water, because there have been times that I've walked in and the faucets are just on.
It's like important everywhere. Just conserve water, especially in the drought.
Biola has new faucets. I don't know if you know this. Biola has new faucets in the bathrooms.
Cool. I hadn't noticed.
Do you guys wash your hands often?
All the time.
What's your credit card information?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Are you excited to go check them out next time you go to the bathroom?
I'm about to go to the bathroom. It's going to be great.
Fantastic. Josh Rosen, signing off.
Gas prices in California have officially dropped below $3, and the decline is expected to continue. With Labor Day prices being at their lowest level since 2004, California is expecting the cost of gas to fall under $2.50 a gallon by Christmas time. 6 out of 25 cities in California are selling fuel for under $3 so far, and several more are getting close. According to a Federal Highway Administration report, driving in the U.S. broke records, topping 1.5 trillion miles in the first half of 2015. With numbers like those, us LA drivers will definitely benefit from lower gas prices. Well, although gas prices have lowered, car theft around La Mirada seems to be increasing. Reporters Jared Hardy and James O'Hearn have the story.
Many cities in the LA County, including La Mirada, have been experiencing an increase in crime lately. While crime was at its lowest in 28 years in 2014, crime rates have made a notable increase this year, especially in vehicle theft.
I'm standing here in the Alpha parking structure at Biola, where hundreds of students park every day. Car theft isn't something a lot of people have to worry about, particularly as Biola is a notoriously safe spot in an incredibly safe city, but recently certain kinds of crimes have been driving up.
Many are saying that the increase in property crimes can be directly attributed to California Proposition 47, which passed in November of 2014. This proposition has made it so that a multitude of crimes, including property crimes such as auto theft, that were previously felonies, are now classified as misdemeanors, severely reducing the punishment and actions that can be taken against any offenders. Biola student Linus Lamducci was willing to share with us his story as a personal victim of auto theft.
So my car was stolen about 2 weeks ago, actually exactly 2 weeks ago today, the first. I drove a 1990 Honda Accord. And I had known coming into it that, well, not coming into it, but I had known previously that those are very common to be broken into. We came out at about 11:45, and I sort of just started laughing as I didn't see my car where I parked it, and I walked around to see if I was being pranked or somebody moved my car or something like that. So I was like, oh, it's been stolen, haha. So yeah, I immediately called the police, and they said to call my insurance, and I called my insurance and found out my insurance doesn't cover it. And that was that. And the police came by and got a full report on the car, said they'd be looking out for it.
A meeting is being held Wednesday, October 7th at 6:30 p.m. in the La Mirada Resource Center to inform citizens what they can do to prevent crimes in their community. This is Jared Hardy with James O'Hearn, EagleVision News.
And James O'Hearn is with us in the studio for an update on the tech world. So James, the iPhone 6s has been out for a couple weeks. Is it good news for Apple?
Yeah, Keri. The iPhone 6s is another Apple success story, with plenty of people eager to buy the latest upgrade to their old iPhone 6. The addition of the small S sticker on the back isn't just for show, it also signifies faster processing, smoother touchscreens, and according to some reviews, the regular Apple battery life. Lines for Apple's Fifth Avenue store showed there were still over 600 eager to grab the latest in technology, though it's hundreds fewer than the iPhone 6's release same time last year. On the word of new technology, a young man who goes by the name of StyroPyro on YouTube recently showed off a little something of his own invention that shows we're one step closer to Star Trek. Finally. His self-styled laser shotgun takes about 40 watts, and as his videos demonstrate, is more than capable of lighting a significant number of things on fire, including balloons, ping-pong balls, and yes, that is a chunk of wood. In the game of rock, paper, scissors, lasers beat everything. A Chinese biotech firm that goes by BGI is just about ready to start selling some pint-sized pork, that is to say, gene-edited miniature pigs. The bacon bits will cost around $1,600 and reach a maximum of roughly 33 pounds. Micropigs have long been a staple of celebrities, though these will attempt to solve the recurring size problem. But will they be as adorable as those were? Only time and science will tell.
Thanks so much for joining us, James, and I'm definitely going to have to get me one of those mini pigs in the future. The La Mirada Theater of Performing Arts is undergoing changes in their administration. Reporter Josh Clausen has the story.
The La Mirada Theater for the Performing Arts has been hailed as one of the best Broadway-style houses in Southern California. Brian Kite, the head director since 2008, took the program to a whole new level and directed some of the best shows in the history of the theater. He is now leaving La Mirada to chair the UCLA Theater Department. Since Kite started at the theater in 2008, the subscriber base has increased and ticket sales have tripled. Additionally, the theater has won several awards and has added new programs, all of which are attributed to Brian Kite. Councilman Larry Moles recently stated, "As we go forward in the future, no one will be able to talk about the success of the La Mirada Theater without mentioning the name of Brian Kite. We are going to miss him deeply." These are the very steps Brian Kite walked down every day before going backstage to check on his cast members.
Well, if he can do better for himself, why not? I can't see anybody that has better chances turning them down. Brian Kite, yeah.
Kite will remain at the theater part-time until the city hires a replacement. He also plans to continue directing La Mirada shows in the near future. This is Josh Clausen with EagleVision News.
And Josh Clausen is now here with us for a look into entertainment news. Josh, I love me some of Chris Pratt. Tell me what's going on with him.
Oh, I will tell you. Chris Pratt shares a throwback pic from his childhood in celebration of brother-in-law's project. The Velociraptor taming superstar revealed on Monday that even he went through an awkward stage. Pratt posted his 13-year-old school photo to his Instagram with the caption, "Before selfies, this is what 13 looks like." He did this in support of his brother-in-law's new project about what it's like to be a teen in today's world. Blue crew neck, no stubble, overly gelled hair, still doesn't look that bad. Kylie Jenner blesses herself with a brand new $320,000 car. The posh 18-year-old welcomed a new addition to her car family by purchasing a white Rolls-Royce Ghost. Over the weekend, she sent a vast array of Snapchat videos to her Snapchat family, covering all abilities, angles, and functions of her new whip. Rumors quickly spread about Kylie crashing the car 2 days after buying it, but she swiftly cleared that mess up with a brief tweet, followed by a smiley face. John Mayer is obsessing over fellow artist's new album. The music currently tickling his fancy might just surprise you. The 37-year-old performer is in awe of Miley Cyrus's new sound and passionate lyrics. Mayer tweeted, "I am totally transfixed by this Miley Cyrus album." He claims his adoration of Miley's recent work stems from a place she didn't know she had. Mayer went on to say, "This is why I love music. You can be one artist one year and the next discover some crazy light inside yourself and shine it everywhere." He then finished his positive rant by saying, "This is a masterwork of whack genius. Hashtag whack genius."
Thank you very much for joining us, Josh Clausen. And last week, Biola conducted its very first lockdown drill. Take a look at the pictures from the drill. So I personally was in Heritage Cafe when the drill hit, and everyone around me was like, "No, I have class, what are we doing?" And I was like, this is a rehearsal for what we hope will never happen.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important for us to be able to have drills like this. It's so great that they did it because just 2 days later, the unthinkable happened, and we really need to be prepared, especially since we're a Christian university.
Yeah, and that shooting in Oregon was so surprising, and I mean, I know that our campus safety officers are trying and succeeding at keeping us safe, and we have armed guards at chapels, and they're really vigilant in catching threats, so thank you, campus safety.
And it'll definitely be interesting to see, you know, what else they come up with as far as safety goes.
Yeah.
And last week we definitely experienced a little bit of rain, but it started heating up as the week progressed. I really want to wear my winter clothes. Jen, when can we be expecting warmer fall weather?
Well, Clark, if you were in Charleston, South Carolina, like you see in the picture behind me, it would be perfect time to wear winter clothes. But unfortunately, we are in California where we're experiencing extreme heat still, even though it's fall. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions here in La Mirada. This morning it started out at 63 degrees and then got up to 76, which isn't really too bad. And then later this evening it tapered off into 62 degrees. Taking a look at our national precipitation forecast. On the Pacific Northwest, the Oregon states and Washington also is experiencing their typical amounts of rain for this fall season. And as we move on down into the southern states, Arizona and New Mexico and Texas, they're also getting some rain, which is really nice for them. And also, as we were talking about earlier, the East Coast states, the picture behind me in South Carolina, they're actually experiencing some relief from the torrential rain that they've gotten for the past 2 days, which is awesome for them. So it seems like literally every single state in the U.S. is getting rain, except for California, unfortunately for us, which is where we need it the most. What's up with that? Let's go ahead and take a look at our 7-day forecast. So earlier this week on Wednesday and Thursday, it was just in the mid-80s. And then as we creep on into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, temperatures are going to be on the rise. It's going to get pretty hot, all the way up to 95 on Friday. And then as we get on down later into the week, Monday and Tuesday, temperatures will get down just a little bit, down to 89 and 85 on Tuesday. So unfortunately, Clarke, I am so sorry, but you're not going to be able to wear your sweaters and Ugg boots. Back to you in the studio.
No, I so wanted to wear my Ugg boots this week, but it looks like I'll have to wait a little bit longer.
That's all we've got for you tonight, but tune in next week, Tory Week, to find out who Biola students would vote for if the presidential elections were tomorrow.
Also, your commute to campus could be impacted by construction near the 5. We'll tell you what to expect.
Follow us at BiolaEV on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll see you next time.